Hey everybody, it's Zergear Plus and welcome to a new thing that I'm doing. This is Plants vs. Zombies. This is actually an older game. This game's about 4 years old now. It makes me feel old, because my whole family, well not my whole family, my immediate family, myself, my brother, and my mother, fell in love with this game when it first came out. And in honor of the second one coming out, I've been watching Nintendo Capri Sun play the second one, and then I watched him. That made me want to go back and watch him play the first one, and then I'm just like, I want to play Plants vs. Zombies. So I bought it like about a week ago, and I've been playing, so I have a practice file, so this will actually be somewhat, you know, put together, not just thrown together, you know? So let's just get right into the game. PopCap Games present Plants vs. Zombies. This game is fun. I'm gonna go over the basic excuse me. I'm gonna go over the demo levels here. Just to say that I did, so, you know, for completionist's sake. For Gerard's sake, in this case. At the end, just for a little bit of a heads up, at the end of every level, you basically get a new item. It's usually a new plant. Right now we have just pea shooters. But at the end of the level, you'll generally get a new plant or something new in general. When I get new plants, I'll try to show off all the new plants, if I can, which I should be able to for the most part. And there's just, like, a lot of this is not going to be your typical Plants vs. Zombies Let's Play, because this is just my strategies for this, which a lot of them I've actually just conducted and tested, because a lot of this game is just trying out different stuff. So here we get the sunflower. So, for about the first world, all of World 1, there's 10 levels to each world. I'm just gonna it's gonna look pretty traditional to just how normal runs of this game would look, but when we get certain items, the game's gonna start looking very different. Try to plant at least 3 sunflowers? I can do better than that. Honestly, I like to go for 6, just to... It's better to have too much sun than not nearly enough. Except in later levels, but I'll explain that when I get to that. Alright, seeing as the game mostly told us most of pretty much everything we're gonna need to know, the basic concepts, I understand the basic concepts. I guess this is pretty much the obligatory part of the video where I ask, how are you guys this day going? I'm actually really happy to be playing this game. It's not a game that I've just been, like, dreading to play. Like, every moment of this game is just, I mean, while it is, I guess, kind of repetitive after a while, just a lot of this game, it's just fun to play. It's always just, it's fun to watch, even. It's not like there are games where, like, you play it and it's like you watch somebody play it. It's like, I'd rather be playing it myself. This isn't nearly as fun, but, like, when you're playing this yourself, it's like, it's so fun, and just watching people play this game, it's just, you know, watching their different strategies and how they want to go about doing things as opposed to how you would normally do it. It can help you learn a thing or two, which a lot of my strategies are pretty basic. A lot of people can see them. A lot of longtime vets can just see them coming from like a mile away. But I guess everybody's Let's Play of this game, however many of them there are out there, and this is a pretty, like, cult classic game now, to the point where I'm pretty sure a lot of people have Let's Played this, but I'm just another one of those people, I guess. But I love this game, and for anybody who's never so much as heard of this game, you've obviously been living under a rock for the past 4 years, because this game is just, it's huge, it's weird, it's quirky, it's fun, it's everything you need out of a strategy-based video game that just hasn't been done already, until 4 years ago when this came out. I'm gonna try to do 5 levels in each episode if I can, for the most part. Speaking of 5 levels, every 5 levels, on levels whatever 5 and whatever 10, you're gonna have a secret little Well, you know what? We'll talk about that when the time rolls around, because that'll be the final episode of this video. Here we have level 1-3. So in the last episode there, you can see... in the last little run there, the last round, I'll call them, I guess. That will not stick. That will definitely... I'll be calling them like 7 different things throughout this game. Don't worry about it. They all mean the same thing. We picked up some cherry bombs. Cherry bombs, they're pretty slow to recharge, they're pretty expensive to use, and they're a one-time use item, but they take out a huge number of zombies in a nice blast radius. So, I'll try to show off as many new plants as I can when I can, but obviously this is a little expensive, so you don't want to go using it, you know, just haphazardly. You kind of want to plan out how you want to use it. It's really just an in case of emergency kind of item. But who knows? There are actually items that are like one-time use items that I use just like religiously. I keep them around like all the time. Like there's a plant that will be getting soon enough, actually. No, I'm good on sunflowers. There's a plant that will actually be getting soon enough that just... It's, I love using it, and it's gonna be great all through Area 1, even most of Area 2. It's a great item. So, 2 rows of sunflowers, 2 rows of pea shooters. That'll pretty much do. Or 2 columns, as the case may be. I guess they are going up and down. Uh-oh, we got a new guy, Conehead. The cone offers a little bit of added protection, not a lot though, so no real need to worry about it. 2 pea shooters should be all you need to take these guys out. So as long as he's got the headgear on, he's not going to take damage, but obviously you wear it down and then you knock it off and then you can take him out all the same. You know, let's just make this go nice and fast. 3 rows of pea shooters, because I declare it to be so. I'm really OCD when it comes to this game, so expect a lot of my rows to look like very just very strict look all the same. And here we're gonna use the pea shooter, let a nice sum of zombies get out, and then that's how the cherry bomb works. You will see me probably use that if I'm ever in a jam, which tends to happen a lot in this game, but I digress. Here we get the coconut. It's a shield type plant. It doesn't do anything offensively, but it offers a lot of defense. So, in that respect, it's really nice. And you'll see me using these for a long time, until we get their upgraded version much, much, much later into the game. Now, these levels are going to get progressively longer. They're not all this length, because that would just make the game way too easy. And wouldn't put much in the way of strategy. So, don't worry too much about anything for now. I mean, like how I said that I'm gonna try for like every like 5 rounds or whatever in any given episode. That might not always be the case, because these levels do get long, and that's the truth. Okay, let's get a pea shooter out. Take this guy down. 1 pea shooter should be enough for him. So. Now all we really need is 5 sunflowers. I mean, we're not going to be using the cherry bombs unless it's an emergency. Pea shooters aren't that expensive to get out. And walnuts, although they take a while to recharge, they're not worth a lot to get out either, so I'm not too worried. You shouldn't be worried. Whatever. Just get a walnut out for the sake of saying, oh, I got a walnut out. You're gonna want to if any zombie is gonna be eating your plants, any of your plants, let it be the walnut, because it's specifically designed to be eaten. And it can take, I think it can take about 30 bites? 25, 30, something like that, I don't remember. If anybody knows in the comments, just give me like specific instruction. It's like, hey, CGP, it's this number of bites. And then I'll, you know, fix the mistake I made. It's probably like 50 or something, but I don't know. Like, most of your regular plants, like your pea shooters and your sunflowers, can only take like 5 before they're eaten, so That's what the walnuts are for. You don't want your zombie friends getting at them. So that's what the walnuts are for. Obviously, just felt like reiterating that point and driving it home. Gonna want to get a walnut right here, and I can get some sun. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Fill up on pea shooters, then I guess we'll just go for 3 rows of those. Get as many of these walnuts out as we can. If we can. So we're getting pretty close to the end of the level. And that's the thing with this game. If you want a specific strategizing, if you have a specific strategy for a level, and the level's over before you can completely fulfill it, I didn't want to do that. That looks really stupid. Unless I was going for 2 rows of walnuts, which I'm not going to nearly have enough time for. If you want to try to fulfill any type of strategy and the level's over before you can actually carry out your plan, odds are your strategy's a little overkill. And I'm all for overkill, don't get me wrong. Just, it's not exactly easy. Okay, let's see if I can get enough sun for a cherry bomb here. One more. I would like to use it if I can. Yes! Bam! Probably should have used it on the conehead guy. I'm like, oh, there's only 1 zombie in that row. Here, walnut, you get company now. Okay, here we get the shovel. It's not a plant, it's an item. But it's, let you dig up a plant to make room for another plant. Oh, how'd those guys get there? Who are you? Why are you wearing a pot on your head? Can I safely assume that you are indeed a pothead, sir? Greeting, neighbor. The name's Crazy Dave, but you can just call me Crazy Dave. Listen, I've got a surprise for you. But first, I need you to clear your lawn. Use your shovel and dig up those plants. Let the digging commence. So here you just, basically, you're going to get the shovel icon right here. It'll always be on any level, and you can just dig up plants like such. Okay, goody, now for the surprise. We're going bowling. Here, take this walnut. Why'd I put a walnut in your hand? Because I'm Batman. Now go bowl me a winner. Okay, so the walnut level. I have a specific little strategy for this. Basically, what you're going to want to do is you're going to take out these walnuts, you're going to pick a lane, and you're going to let the walnut go. And then it'll bounce off the zombies. And if you can get it to bounce off, you're going to want it to bounce off as many zombies as possible. Jeez. Speak words, not noises. God. So here you can see we have regular walnuts as well as explode-nuts. And explode-nuts do basically what the cherry bombs do. Now, these cone heads take 2 walnuts to kill, because obviously you have to knock the cone off first. Now, don't just go ahead and use walnuts just because you see zombies. Sometimes, if you can wait and let these guys get up a little bit, you can see that even though they're kind of invading my personal territory, they're giving me room to be able to hit some of these guys down here, which makes for good combo bonus, which isn't exactly useful right now, but you'll see. You'll see later. You know, I'm gonna save that. Plus, when you're letting them draw themselves in, and you're not using walnuts, you can just stockpile more walnuts, which is nice. Okay, let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm gonna just throw an explode-nut their way. Just to show you guys what it looks like. It's basically it's a movable cherry bomb. Now, you guys will notice that when I put walnuts in a row that isn't 1 or 5, when they bounce off of a zombie, they'll either go up or down. That's dependent on which way they're facing at the time of hitting the zombie. If they're facing up like this, they'll go up into the next row. If they're facing upside down, they'll go down to the next row. So, that's how that works, in case you guys were wondering. I think they've pretty much all just been going up so far. So that's just how that works. Like, normally that would have gone down, but it's on row 5, so it didn't. Can I get the guy in the back there? Yes, I can. Okay. just come out a little bit. Is this the final wave? It can't be. You know what? I'm just gonna blow you guys up because I'm gonna have enough room otherwise. Well, I'm gonna have enough room. Really? Really? You're gonna be that guy who does that thing that one time? Just use some regular walnuts, take these guys out. Then I can get some exploding nuts down in row 2 and row 4. Should be able to take out all the zombies that I'm having a problem with. And that's how that goes. And here we get my religious plant. The potato mine. Explodes on contact, but takes time to arm itself. So, we're gonna see what that little guy does in the next episode of Let's Play Plants vs. Zombies. So, until then, I will see you guys in the next episode. Click one of the annotations that are on this video when I get the next episode up to either see a video that I've done in the past or to see the next video. And I'm gonna try the annotation bit for this Let's Play. Just, you know, give you guys a little bit more. It's like, oh, he's professional, he's putting up annotations, so I might as well click them. Because it is scientifically proven that you are guaranteed to watch 50% more Zero Gear Plus videos if the option to do so is put right in front of your face. So until then, I will see you guys next time.